Uh, What's up, guys? So today I'm going to be continuing the little sort of mini series within a series sort of thing that I started at the beginning of the month with the story of the Great Race to do with the Chinese Zodiac. When I was doing my celebration of Chinese New Year. So, in continuation of that, therefore, today's video is going to be a bit more about my personal, Chinese zodiac signs. So, let's get straight into it. Alright, so there's like a Japanese legend, theory, myth, whatever you want to call it, that sort of goes along the lines of like everyone has three faces. There's the one you show to anyone, there's the one you show to people close to you, and then there's one you keep to yourself, it being the truest reflection of who you are. In a similar way, and can be interpreted in similar ways as well, the Chinese Zodiac actually has 4 stages that are like levels, and they are obviously, the ones you show people, the ones you keep to yourself, that sort of thing. So they are called the outer, inner, true, and secret animals, and they relate to, in that same order, the year you were born, so like the whatever year it was when you were born, the month you were born, there being 12 animals and 12 months, each animal has its own month, similar to like a star sign. Your the day you were born, that one's a little bit trickier. It sort of goes in I think it's every 60 days, so about every 2 months the cycle will repeat like 5 times. And then the hour you were born, there's 24 hours, 12 animals, so each animal gets a 2-hour period. And they are basically like the outer one is the one, it's how others perceive you. So, and it's usually the one that people sort of go, oh, that's, if they're going to be looking at like Chinese zodiacs, obviously, they go, oh, you're a year of the horse. I know everything I need to know about you. And that's not technically true. As I will make mention in this video and the 3 that are going to follow it, because this one's just about my outer animal. So the next 3 that will follow this, and then the one about my star sign. Horoscopes and zodiacs and stuff do not get it 100% correct for each individual person, because there's so many different people born under that particular sign. So the Chinese zodiac sort of skips around that by going, well, actually, there's 3 other levels below that that get more and more sort of into the core of who you really are. So we're obviously going to start with the outer layer and work our way inwards with this sort of little mini series here. So the outer one is how people... This fucking fly, I swear to God. Piss off. The outer one's how others perceive you. The inner animal, which is the next layer, is how you perceive yourself. It's the sort of light you see yourself in. Now this doesn't mean that you don't also see aspects of your outer self, but your inner self is sort of, I guess, the parts that you hide from people, like perfect strangers sort of thing. This is how you sort of perceive yourself, and it's sort of like the one you show people close to you. You then have a true animal, which is the next layer down, which is how you wish to be perceived. And this might only be literally just your family sees elements of this, but not the whole thing. and then your secret animal is who you truly are, and the only person that knows this animal and its attributes and stuff is you. This is the part of yourself that you keep hidden the most. So yeah, without any further ado, now that I've gone through all of that, I'm going to get into my outer sign, which is Year of the Dog, 1994, and just some of the weird things about this that relate to me that we'll get into them. So in 1994, the way the Chinese zodiac works is you've got 12 signs, 5 elements, so every 60 years creates a full cycle. So one round of the zodiac might be the element fire, then the next one will be metal, then water, then earth, then wood. In 1994, it happened to be a wood year. And the elements also give you like attributes and stuff on top of what the animal gives you as well. And then each animal also has its own element assigned. It gets very complicated, but I'm hoping I will explain it enough that you'll understand. So wood is the most yang in character of all of the 5 elements. Yang, which literally means like the sunny place or the south slope, is the white side, the black dot on it. And so it's sort of characterized as being fast, hard, solid, focused, hot, dry, active. It's associated with fire, the sky, the sun, masculinity, and daytime. Now, I'm not saying that your element determines your gender, right? That's actual science, but can't deny that under a yang. Anyway, wood attributes are considered to be strength and flexibility, as with bamboo. It's also associated with qualities of warmth, generosity, cooperation, and idealism, qualities that I feel I'm fairly good at. Fairly good at being like warm and kind to people. I'm generous to a point. I cooperate as much as I can with people. This fly is gonna piss me off. Yeah, I cooperate with people. I feel fairly well, and I mean, idealism just goes without saying. The wood person will be expansive, outgoing, and socially conscious. I agree wholeheartedly with that last part. The outgoing bit is a bit like, I'm sort of on the fence when it comes to being introverted or extroverted, so, and we'll get into that in a second. But yeah, so outgoing, I don't know, I guess it depends on in what way you're looking at it. The wood person, no, we've gone past that. The wood element, rather, is one that seeks to grow and expand. Wood heralds the beginning of life, springtime and buds, sensuality, and fecundity, which I haven't looked up. Let's go onto Chrome and just quickly look that up. When my tablet wants to load. Alright, fecundity, the ability to produce many new ideas. Cool. I agree. Wood needs moisture to thrive, is the last bit there. In Chinese medicine, wood's negative emotion is anger, which, if you know me and have known me for several years, you will know that I have a very bad anger. It takes me a lot to get there. Most of the time, I'll sort of step into frustration with people, and it's like, are you serious right now? But like, true, like proper anger and rage, it takes me some time to get there. Wood's positive emotions are optimism, patience, and altruism. Swear to God. Putting my patience to the test right now with this fly. Now, no matter which way you look at it, the cycle of elements is called Wujing, and no matter which way you look at it, wood is the first element. It's then after that that they all change, because there's a generating cycle and a overcoming cycle. So like there's one cycle where this element beats this element, scissors, paper, rock style, and there's another one where this element creates this element in the same way. So in the overcoming cycle, wood overcomes earth by like binding it and breaking it up with like trees and roots and stuff. And metal overcomes wood as an axe can chop down a tree. In the generating cycle, water engenders wood, which, I mean, it rains and plants grow. Makes sense. And wood creates fire when you rub two bits of wood together to create fire, and fire also needs wood to sort of fuel it. So basically in that cycle there is no fire without wood, sort of thing. Right. Now, as I said before, each animal has its own element assigned to it. The dog's is earth, so these are also attributes that I have. Earth is a balance of both yin and yang, the masculine and feminine together. I feel this is an important point because I'm very sort of in touch with like my feminine side, sort of thing, if you understand what I am sort of saying there. Like how best to explain it without seeming sexist? Well, okay, so like and obviously I realize that this is not all women, but for myself, my feminine side, I'm like very in touch with like my emotions and stuff. Probably a little too sensitive, if we're being honest. I'm into like yeah, I don't know how best to explain it. It's just sort of a thing that you sort of know about me, I guess, when you like meet me, because it's not something I shy away from. Yeah, I've had people ask me in the past if I'm gay, like the first day they meet me. That's how like in touch I am. Earth's motion is inward and centering, and its energy is stabilizing and conserving, which I relate to really well. I feel I'm self-aware enough to know when I'm being a cunt in a situation, and it's like, okay, hang on, well, that was my bad. And like it doesn't take someone else to be like, hey, you fucked up. And as for the stabilizing and conserving part, again, also relatable to me, because I have sort of been sort of that solid ground sort of thing for friends in the past when they were going through tough times, and yeah, I just feel that that's part of like being loyal, which obviously as a dog is sort of a big thing. Earth, like the element, is associated with the turn of each of the 4 seasons, lies at the center of the compass, planet Saturn, the color yellow, damp weather, and it's associated with the golden serpent. Wood is, I believe, the blue dragon. So I have like two to dragons sort of thing, which is ironic because the dog sits opposite the dragon on the Zodiac and is therefore its worst match. But we can delve into that a little later. Sorry, just looking at something, because I could have sworn I've already done that bit. No, it's just there as well. Okay, cool. Earth is associated with the qualities of patience, and again, when I want something, I'm the most impatient person I know, but when I'm just doing my job or whatever, just living my life, and someone's just being annoying, as I said, it takes me a long time to even get to frustration, and then from there, it's still a long way before we get to anger. So if I'm ever properly angry at you, you know that you've just been the world's greatest shit and should probably just leave. Thoughtfulness, practicality, hard work, and stability. Again, thoughtfulness and thinking about others and how they're going to feel, and trying to sort of preempt how they're going to react to things I say so that I don't accidentally offend them. I feel is just sort of part of who I am. Practicality and hard work, work smarter, not harder, but also, don't just go in there and be like, oh look, I've got all these little cheats for how to do this job. You've actually got to put effort in as well. And then the stability thing, again, other attributes of the earth element include ambition. I want to be able to one day, and I don't care how big the operation is, but I want to one day run my own film production company. That is the height of my ambition. Stubbornness, responsibility, and long-term planning. Obviously, there's also the long-term planning, I'm thinking years in advance here. Responsibility, as I said before, I feel like it's, if I mess up, it's up to me to apologize to people and be like, look, I made a mistake here, and I then feel it's my responsibility to sort of show the person that I'm genuinely sorry, because too many people these days just say, oh, I'm sorry, and walk away they don't care. 2 minutes later, they're not giving you a second thought. They do not care. So I feel like that's part of my responsibility in that regard. But also just looking after things and stuff. Whenever my nephew comes down here, because my sister's got basically a full-time job, and if her boyfriend's ever around, she's just not at home. Whenever my nephew comes down, it's usually up to me to look after him when my brother, my mum, and my dad are all at work. So yeah, I'm kind of third tier, I guess that makes me. So obviously it's my brother's duty to look after his son, but then after that it's mum and dad, because they've had the experience of looking after children, and then it's me. Where are we up to? In Chinese medicine, Earth's negative emotion is anxiety, and its positive emotion is also empathy. Did Wood not say? No? No, Wood had optimism. Okay. So Earth's is empathy, which obviously I've spoken a fair bit about already. As for the anxiety thing, yeah, I know. Let's not remind me. Now, as far as Wu Jing goes, Earth controls water in the overcoming cycle by being a dam, or absorbing it into the soil, and obviously wood can destroy it by breaking it up. So that cycle goes wood, earth, water, fire, metal, for that cycle. And the generating cycle, Earth is produced by ashes, by ashes from like the fire. So that one goes wood, fire, earth, I believe then metal, water. And earth creates metal, like from like the minerals and stuff, and then you melt it down to make like things out of metal. Now the dog itself is also yang in character. So as you're going around the board, it's like every sort of second one is yin and all the others are yang sort of thing. So from just the dog alone, I've got yang from my element from the year I was born, yang from the symbol I was born under, and then yin and yang from the element assigned to that symbol. So very strong in the yang so far. My lucky numbers are 3, 4, and 9, which is funny because most like religions work on a base of 3. So you've got like in like Christianity, there's God, Jesus, and the Spirit, and the Spirit. In Greek mythology, there's Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades. Even with like colors, you have 3 primary colors. Yeah, there's just 3 sort of just a powerful number, just numerically, and then the other 2 are squared numbers anyway. But both of those numbers appear twice in my birthday as well. So the 4th of October, 1994. Lucky flowers are the rose and the orchid. The season that's strongest with the dog is, or like that the dog represents, is autumn. Its western relative is Libra, as that is the 9th lunar month. Don't ask me how that works out, because on the Zodiac itself, the dog's 11th, so they're like shifting it back 2 spaces or something. I don't know. But Libra is my like star sign as well. And then the colors for the dog are green, red, and purple, hence why the thumbnail has the green banner. I will be using the same sort of logic for the others in this particular little section. Within the Zodiac, and I do apologize for how long this video is. There's just a lot to sort of explain, so the other ones can be shorter. So yeah, within the Zodiac, there are these things called trines, and it's basically, as you go around the board, you just sort of go, there's 4 trines, so as you go around the board, you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the 3rd trine consists of the tiger, the horse, and the dog. And those 3 signs are said to seek true love, to pursue humanitarian causes, to be idealistic and independent, but tending to be impulsive. The 3 are said to be productive, enthusiastic, independent, which I'm pretty sure it has now said twice, engaging, dynamic, honourable, loyal, and protective, but can also be rash, rebellious, quarrelsome, anxious, disagreeable, and stubborn. And due to having a strong sense of loyalty and sincerity, dogs will do everything for the person who they think is most important. Let me say that again. Dogs will do everything for the person who they think is most important. If you need to know who that is, Valentine's Day video. Dogs tend to leave others with the impression that they have a stubborn personality, which did come from, I think it was the earth element anyway, which is the element assigned to it. So, of course. Born with a good nature, dogs do not tend to be criminals or seek dishonest gains. They just need a quiet life and a good family, and therefore forget the ugliness in the world. And I wish I could, but it's apparent every time I look out the fucking window how ugly the world is. yeah, there's a lot to unpack in this section, and purely in the interest of keeping this video as short as I possibly can, I won't go into it. I think it's all fairly self-explanatory. I also found a site that had like sort of prospects. So I guess it's sort of like a fortune telling sort of thing. If you delve into that, for dogs this year, career prospects are average. Dogs are ambitious, but it will not be easy for them to get a promotion in 2019. Therefore, they are advised to just focus on their current work. Which brings me back to my resolutions, in that one of them was to get a promotion or a new job, and this advises against that. And so honestly, for the moment, I think I am just gonna stick with what I got, but I might try and see if I can change it a little bit. We will see. I will let you know how that all goes. Health in 2019, there's no serious health problems predicted in 2019 for dogs. We are advised to pay more attention to maintaining an exercise routine and have routine medical checkups. Now, about a month ago, I spent an entire week with doctors of various kinds because of my seizure. Not looking forward to going back yet. I do plan on sort of going back, having like just sort of like a checkup at the doctor's, and like a dentist as well, sort of September, right before like August, September, right before the like the holiday period starts, which for me starts in October because I've got my birthday in like the first 4 days, then Halloween's after that, then throughout pretty much all of November I'm planning and organizing stuff for doing Christmas videos and stuff. So yeah, and then that sort of then goes into like the new year and sort of finishes in February, because within those like 5 months, within my family of 5, there are 4 birthdays. So that's where I'm at with that, with medical checkups. And as for exercise routine, well, I did pay like, I think it was like $200 or something to get the workout program that I have at the moment, which I can't really stick to at the moment either because I have no weights at home and I have no way of getting into the gym to be able to use the weights there, which kind of sucks. Financial prospects are not bad in 2019. We'll probably get a salary increase. In addition, dogs can look forward to being lucky with unexpected rewards. Dogs like to gain benefits by using strategies. So whatever these rewards and benefits are, I'm looking forward to them because I don't believe I'm getting a pay rise this year. Just saying. I already missed out on the promotion, which has a pay rise with it, and that doesn't come around again. Like, that opportunity won't come around again till this time next year. So yeah. As for love and relationships, love prospects are lucky in 2019. We're likely to meet a nice person who will reciprocate our feelings. Sometimes, however, we might have conflicts with our partners. Now, look, conflicts I can deal with, because a conflict simply means that there's been a misunderstanding or a miscommunication of an intention or a gesture or what have you, And that's a simple, let's just sit down and have a quick conversation about this so that we understand where each other's coming from and sort of who messed up where, sort of thing. Fights, on the other hand, and I mean this in the way of everyone's like, oh, every couple has fights. Every couple shouldn't have fights, because every couple should be able to communicate with each other. That's the whole point of a relationship. So, yeah, just my opinion on the subject. But yeah, so, and I think I've met a very nice person, who, maybe not to the extent I reciprocate, but does at least reciprocate in, in some regard. And I'm really looking forward to seeing where it goes. Obviously, I just need to be patient, since I'm apparently really good at that. I just need to sort of work on the I want it, give it to me side of patience. Sort of as a closing note, it is actually bad luck when your zodiac year comes around. According to ancient Chinese superstition, in your birth sign year, you actually offend the god of age, and so he gives you bad luck throughout that whole year. So there, if you're wondering how long you have until you have a bad luck year, in that sense, any multiple of 12, if you were born in it, you were 0 at the time, so the next time it comes around, you turn 12. Next time 24, then 36, 48, 60, 72, 84, 96. If you somehow manage to get to 108, then yeah, you've upset the god of age in that year as well. But that last one's unlikely. Anyway, that's all I have for this video. I thank you guys for being patient with me with this video. But now that I've sort of gotten some of the things that are across the board in the next 3 videos, I can just come in and just sort of smash it out. And yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will check you all later. Thanks for watching the video, guys. If you liked that, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified when I upload a new video. I upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and share it with your friends as well. And if you want to see more content in between uploads, you can follow my Instagram at Ace of the Arts, or my Tumblr at Stories Around a Campfire. And I will see you in the next video.